Dooski, Teddy Brewski, what's the deal? Shaquille O'Neal, what's the word, Larry Bird? You know, we back with another one, man. Remo's Reactions TV, we back. You know what I mean? First and foremost, we want to thank the Most High for another day. You know what I mean? And blessing us, man. It's Remo's Reactions TV. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. You know, and welcome to the family. And also hit that like, and make sure you share the video, man. This is a special one, man. It's on Neighborhood Nip. I want to make sure I give the proper shouts to D Berry. You know what I mean? And this is a joint where y'all. I'm not sure if y'all familiar with the rapper Daylight, the battle rapper. Very controversial, but good brother overall, at least in my opinion. And he has a lot of very, very good information about Ermias Askedam, aka Nipsey Hussle, when they were kids. Not when they, you feel me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy, man. So, you know, if you're new to the channel, man, hit that subscribe, please, and thank you. We're on the road to 5K, 10K. We're gonna spike it up to 25K. And we're gonna go from there, man. Remo's Reactions TV. Everything we do is for entertainment and educational purposes. That's my disclaimer. I do not own this content. So let's get busy, man. The stage is already set. Let's do it.
World that know Nipsey Hussle. There's hundreds of thousands of people that know Neighborhood Nip, 6-0, Neighborhood Nip. I keep telling y'all this. I don't know Neighborhood Nip. I know Ermias. I never met Neighborhood Nip. I don't have to meet Neighborhood Nip. I don't care about your gang banging. I don't care about none. I don't know that person. I have no desire to meet that person. I know Ermias. I know the nigga that we went to school with when we were children. I know the kid that used to sit in the office and used to tell the kids on the loudspeaker, I hope we have a good day today. I know the kid that we called Smart Guy.
Yo, listen. And I ain't gonna do a bunch of pausing, but you see my Pumas. Shout out to Puma, you know what I mean? Repping with my boy Nip. But he just said, man, he didn't know Nipsey Hussle, the rapper. He knew Ermias, and they called him Smart Guy because he was way beyond his years, bro. Listen to this.
I don't think nobody remember this, but do you guys remember when Ermias first did his CD thing, when he was charging $100 for a CD or some shit, and everybody was calling him stupid? I got online and said, y'all must don't know, he been doing stuff like this since we was kids. He been ahead of the curve. I told y'all that. Everybody like, oh, what they like talking about? I told y'all that. He been ahead of the curve since we was kids. I've been told y'all that. The man, we called him Smart Guy coming up. I'm 12 years old, 12 years old, I'm 11 years old, 12 years old. We called him Smart Guy. I don't know Nip from Crenshaw. I don't know Crenshaw Nipsey Hussle. I don't know him. I keep telling y'all that I don't know Crenshaw Nipsey Hussle. The Nipsey Hussle or the Ermias that I know is from Watts. This is what y'all not understanding. That nigga's from Watts. This man, I thought he was from our projects, and when I thought he wasn't from our projects, I thought he was from the Nixon Gardens, and when I thought he wasn't from Nixon Gardens, I thought he was from the Haciendas, or I thought Ermias from Watts. He grew up with us. I don't know Palisades Nip. I don't know Crenshaw Nip. I don't know Neighborhood Nip. I just know Nip from Watts. So if you notice, Nip is always functioning with the Watts niggas. He either in the projects, in the Jordan Downs, or in the Nixon Gardens. This is the nigga that I grew up with, that I knew as a child. So I'm gonna get into some stories that I want to put in the world that y'all don't know about him. And I want to do this because I'm taking it up on my own self to let y'all know what type of person he was before y'all seen the rapper Nip. I'm gonna tell y'all some shit. When Nip first popped up, right? Because you got to think, Nip didn't pop up. His music career didn't take off in California first. It took off on the East first.
That's a fact.
It took off on the East first. So when Nip first popped up, right, and I start hearing, I'm like, yo, it's a Nipsey Hussle nigga that's nice, and he from LA. So I start hearing about it, and I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this Nipsey nigga? Right? Let me tell y'all, this is a true story. So I'm like asking around.
So the crazy part, you can tell when a motherfucker lying. Like you can tell shout out to Daylight, man. Like you can tell Daylight not capping, man. I'm Remo's Reactions TV. This is what I do, man. You know, we're the total entertainment channel, brother. That's it. That's all. Hit that subscribe and hit that like, man. Remo.
Talking to Doggy Diamonds, and Doggy Diamonds was saying some wild shit, because me and Doggy Diamonds used to get into it. He said some wild shit like, yo, yeah, I help build Nip, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, who is this Nip? Who is Nipsey Hussle that they talking about? So when I finally seen the picture of Nipsey Hussle, I looked at the picture and I said, I know this nigga, but I couldn't fathom where I knew him from. You gotta think, people grow, people change. So I'm like, I know him, but I couldn't fathom. I'm like, yo, where the fuck this nigga look so familiar.
Yo, and I know a bunch of, all of us can relate to that shit. It's like, as you grow older, it's like kind of like when, you know, you young, man, you change throughout the years, but you never forget that original face. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how much hair you grow, how fat your face get, pause, how skinny you get. Like, motherfucker be like, yo, I know, bro. Like, where the fuck I know him from? Probably can't pinpoint it, but I know this nigga, man. That's a fact, because, and then that's the same thing that he talking about, cause he like, yo, hold up, like, look mad familiar, but like a beard, older hair. You gotta realize that reaction.
Right? So I start asking all the people around the hood, they like, that's Ermias. I go, wait, Ermias? Smart guy? That's Ermias.
Rewind.
I go, no way. So,
hold up.
So I'm like, I know him, but I couldn't fathom. I'm like, yo, where the fuck this nigga look so familiar? Right? So I start asking all the people around the hood, they like, that's Ermias. I go, wait, Ermias? Smart guy? That's Ermias. I go, no way. They go, that's Ermias, bro. In my mind, I'm like, how the fuck he become like a super gangbanger?
Yo, rest in peace, my nigga Nip, man. Shout out to Black Sam, but you know that this nigga is not lying, because his own record, like his only remembrance of Ermias was when they were children, where he was smart guy. He was, you know, he was not none of that. He was from Watts. He was going to Markham. So I can only imagine like how he felt when he like, yo, this nigga went from this to this. That's diabolical.
When we were kids, this was the smartest nigga in the school. This what y'all not understanding.
One more time, yo, hold up.
Smart guy? That's Ermias. I go, no way. They go, that's Ermias, bro. In my mind, I'm like, how the fuck he become like a super gangbanger? When we were kids, this was the smartest nigga in the school. This what y'all not understanding. I'm talking about, he had the little box cut with the taper, with the curly side. He's the smartest nigga in our school. We called him Smart Guy. So I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, damn, like Lil Ermias. Yo, if Black Sam watching this, or anybody could tag Black Sam, I promise you, this is 100% facts. I'm like, yo, he turned out to be like a thug. I never thought that was going to happen. I never in my life thought that he was going to turn out to be like super thugging like that. I never thought that. Because he was so fucking smart as a child. So, going back to when we was a child, that's why, you know, I put that into the perspective. Like, I don't really know Nipsey Hussle. I never met him as a gang member. I don't know him from that perspective. I know him from Ermias. So Niggas don't understand, bro. Get out of
Nah,
here.
yo, listen. I understand, bro. I understand. It probably was like the shock of the motherfucking hour, you know. And it's crazy. Shout out to my jeweler over at Temu, cause I know y'all gonna say my shit fake, but it don't matter. You know what I mean? Keep them good moistenites on deck. But nah, man, hit the subscribe button. But yo, listen, this is just crazy. It just goes to show you how life changes people. Um, and as you get older, you know, you deal with the circumstances. Obviously, this is before he moved to the rolling 60s. Crenshaw and Slauson before he moved over there when he was a child. Like he just said, he didn't know him when he was, Nipsey Hussle. He knew him when he was Ermias Askedom. So, and it happens like that, man. Like, but the thing is, you see the greatness in the intelligence level and all that by Nip's, business moves and his work ethic and all that. So it all adds up. It all makes sense at the end of the day. It's just like, daylight saying like shit, like damn, I can't fucking believe this shit. Like, but listen to this shit, man. It gets even better.
So, going back into when we were children, right? I'm going to give y'all some stories on what happened when we were children. So these are things that happened when we were children. And y'all I want y'all to get to know Ermias more than y'all need to know Nipsey Hussle. Y'all know Nip, but I want y'all to really get to know Ermias. So when we were children, I'm gonna break down to you the day we met and how I met him. This is the true story, 100% facts, how we met. Right? It is the first day of school, Markham Middle School, located, I think that's Graham and Compton Avenue. Markham Middle School in Watts. It's the first day of school. I'm nervous as fuck. My big brother's already told me that bloods go here and we could possibly die. All type of shit. Look, if you from Watts, you know going to Markham for the first time is like going to prison. The school is like, it's like checking into jail because there's so many different hoods, all type of shit. So, the first day of school, I'm walking, I'm scared, I'm nervous. We heard all the stories. There's all type of shit that's happening. We heard all the stories. I get to school. I see the Bloods over there because the Bloods playing basketball over there on that side. The Crips playing basketball on that side. The Mexicans over there playing the handball shit in the morning. So I'm like, all right, well, I already know what's going to happen. I know it's going to be a fight. I know something going to happen. So lunchtime pop off is lunchtime. I remember our ball. So we was play. It was me, my nigga Terrell, my nigga Chop and Nip still close like this. Me, my nigga Terrell, Chop, all of us was all playing basketball. Nip used to play in the middle. He used to we had courts over here. We had courts closer to this side of the gate and courts closer to that side of the gate. And then it was middle courts. Nip used to always play in the middle court. We shot the ball rolled all the way to the other side. Nip went to get the ball. The ball rolled on the court with J-Rock. Y'all know J-Rock, TDE, Johnny, which is another one of my childhood friends. The ball rolled on Johnny's court. I went over there to get the ball. I knew I wasn't going to go, but I seen Ermias go get the ball, so I'm going. I go get the ball. It was me, Ermias, and J-Rock. I looked at Ermias, I looked at J-Rock, and it was a weird circle, bro. It was weird. I asked, right, remind you, Black Sam was right there on God, because Black Sam used to be like a cheater in basketball. On God, he didn't miss. Him and Nipsey didn't miss. They never missed. They was like cheat code players. On God, they was.
Hey yo, like, it's crazy to see, like, I mean, to hear. Excuse me, y'all. That's that marathon OG Kush. Um, but it's just crazy to hear that the nigga is the smartest nigga. Then he play basketball. He don't miss. His brother don't miss. Like these niggas is like, supreme young beings, man. Hit that like button.
Like
Subscribe.
99 overall.
Listen to this shit. He said
So,
like an 80.
he didn't miss. Him and
He said, neither one of them
Ermias
niggas
and
missed.
J-Rock. I looked at Ermias, I looked at J-Rock, and it was a weird circle, bro. It was weird. I asked, right, remind you, Black Sam was right there on God, because Black Sam used to be like a cheater in basketball. On God, he didn't miss. Him and Nipsey didn't miss. They never missed. They was like cheat code players on God. They was like 99 overall.
That's crazy.
So I'm looking, and something happened to where I forgot everything that was happening. So I just asked, I'm like, hey man, y'all want to play 21? I just asked, I'm like, y'all want to play 21? I'm like, you know what, I got to break the mold. I just asked, y'all want to play 21? Ermias was like, yeah, I'll play. J-Rock was like, or Johnny was like, yeah, I'll play. We start playing 21. This is how it started. We start playing 21. It was me, J-Rock, and Ermias. Me, Johnny, and Ermias, we start playing 21. This is how we all met. We started as the first day of school. We started playing 21, and Nip beat us, bro. He beat me and J-Rock. On God, he didn't miss. So I'm like, this is when NBA Jam was lit. So I'm like, damn, you Airbud. I used to call him Airbud. You could scroll down to Twitter right now and go find the tweet. The tweet's still up. You can go find it. I tweeted Nip and said, remember when you beat me and J-Rock at 21 and Markham? The tweet's still on his Instagram. If y'all could go find it, go find it. It's still up. He was like, yep, no cap. It's still up. Go find it. So this is how we met. So the next day of school, we get the loudspeaker. You know, the loudspeaker. The tweet's still up. You could go find it. The tweet's still on our page. I don't know if you could. It might be a lot of scrolling down. You could go find it. So the next day at school, somebody gets on the loudspeaker. You know, the speaker to tell everybody the shit like, good morning, class. Somebody get on the loudspeaker, go, good morning, students. Reminds us a child, though. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's a child. Good morning, students. I hope everybody's having a good day today. Make sure everybody get to class and be safe. I swear to God, Nip used to talk to the whole school in the morning and tell everybody to be safe.
Yo, he used to do the morning announcements. I remember morning announcements. But it's like, how did they know that he was so smart for the school to allow these things? You know what I mean? Like, they must have just knew. He probably just was just a fucking genius, which he was, for sure.
Right?
Not probably.
Over numerous times, bro. Time go past. Remind you, he was in all the special classes, like the AP magnet classes. He was in all the extra classes. Like, I'm talking about all the magnet classes.
Like I was saying, like AP is CP is college prep, and AP I believe is advanced, to where you're the smartest of the smart. And that makes sense because that's how he put that computer together from scratch. That's how he was able to, take the money that he got from, hustling and put it into music and then into, ownership in businesses and stuff like that. So it all makes sense. And rest in peace to Brother Nick, man. We miss you dearly. You're very inspirational, very I ain't talking about the gang banging and the gang, all that gang member stuff. That's understandable. That's just life. Me, I don't gang bang. I never have. But I understand it and I get it. So you either gonna get down or you're gonna lay down type shit. But all the signs was there, for greatness from a little jit, like he's telling you right now, from a little kid. This man did the morning announcements. He he had all the keys to the like, how you get keys to the fucking building and you a fucking student? Talk to me, y'all. Get in the comments.
Like, you know, this where the super smart niggas be. On God, he had access to all the student. Man, he had access to all of that in the office. He could walk. On God, he could ditch class, walk. He could just do any. He had access to everything in the school. He could just walk everywhere. On God, it was wild. He was super smart. All right. Fast forward a couple of months, tension pick up. Right? Tension pick up. And I'm going to tell you how tension pick up. There was a time where the black and Mexican niggas really used to get into it. Like, it used to be wars. And I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to break this down to you. So at Markham Middle School, they did an algorithm testing on the kids to see what was going to happen. We was in class. I remember like it was yesterday. It was 7th grade. We was in class and they played Amistad for us. The movie Amistad. They played the movie Amistad for the black kids, bro. This was our first time.
You know what's crazy? Not to cut y'all off, not to cut him off, but in my school they played Roots, the movie Roots, and it's probably a similar algorithm thing he talking about to see how people gonna react, how kids gonna react, because niggas would start tagging motherfuckers. Like, it was like showing Roots to 9th graders and 10th graders, bro. And high school, man, listen, it almost damn near started a riot. We was tagging all kinds of white boys.
I'm ever really looking at some shit like this. Like, we grew up in the hood, we knew about Harriet Tubman, we knew about all the extra shit, but we ain't really we never looked at shit from that perspective. We're like, yeah, we used to be slaves and shit. All right, cool. They played Amistad in the classroom. Anybody that would, y'all, if you went to school with me, you remember this day like it was yesterday. They played Amistad in the classroom, and we was traumatized. We in the 7th grade, we was traumatized. The amount of anger that we had for non-black people went through the roof. I'm talking about we was furious. Like, niggas was waiting to get out of class. Because we was like, when we get out of class, we crashing anything that's not black. When we get out of class, we crashing anything that's not black. Anything. The bell let out, we go straight to the football field where all the Hispanic dudes and all the non-black people playing soccer is war. I promise you, as God is my witness, it looked like the movie 300 Sparta. If you from Markham, you remember this. It looked like the movie 300 Sparta on the field. Remind you, we in the 7th grade. It looked like Sparta. Niggas is fighting everywhere. Pop, 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 pop. This is war, bro. I remember this shit so vivid, bro. I'm in the middle of the shit swinging. It was me and my nigga Brian Goodlow. If you could find Brian Goodlow, it's me, Brian Goodlow, and Willie Goodlow. I promise you, it was me, Brian Goodlow, Willie Goodlow, R.I.P. Tweeter was right there. Tweeter was right there. Kewan Bullard was right there. R.I.P. Kewan. Who else was right there? Somebody else was right. I can't remember who else was right there. I remember this shit like it was yesterday. We all throwing, everybody swinging, we ain't really had no hands like that. We just swinging. I remember looking to the side in slow-mo. I seen Ermias walking through the fight, bro. Walking. Nobody touching him. He not touching nobody. He walked completely through the fight. Walked. No, it was like he didn't even exist in our realm. Walked through the fight. He looked at me.
Yo, he said the nigga Nip, that's like the biggest brawl going on. He just walking through. Ain't nobody stealing on you. You ain't stealing on nobody else. You probably just like he said, in a different realm. Like, yo, this is just crazy. And man, rest in peace, bro.
He looked at Willie Literally, he looked at Brian, he looked at Keywan, and he told us, this ain't the way. Looked at us, told us, this ain't the way. I swear to God, when I looked back at the field, nobody was fighting no more. Absolutely nobody. Nobody. Nobody was fighting.
Yo, that's fucking crazy, dog. Like, do y'all hear what he's saying right there? He like, as soon as Nip told them that, everybody stopped rumbling. Everybody. And I don't think this brother's capping. I don't understand. Like, he has no reason to tell, you know, to like, you know, come on, man. Daylight already clouded. He don't need to cap. I think it just opened up a memory bank where he went back in his bag. For real. Hit that subscribe. Like the country.
Nobody. I'm talking about nobody. Everybody was just looking. I swear to God, when I looked back at the field, nobody was fighting no more. Absolutely nobody. Nobody. Nobody was fighting. Nobody. I'm talking about nobody. Everybody was just looking. The bell rung. Ding, ding, ding. Everybody went back to class. I was in classroom and what the fuck? At that moment, I knew this nigga was somebody else. So I start asking myself, who the fuck named their kid Ermias? What the fuck type of name is? Do you know it took us damn near 3 years to learn how to pronounce that nigga name? Fuck.
My fault, I missed it.
Nobody was fighting. Nobody. I'm talking about nobody. Everybody was just looking. The bell rung. Ding, ding, ding. Everybody went back to class. I was in classroom and what the fuck?
Yo. That's how I know he ain't fucking lying, y'all. Hold up, man. That's how you know this nigga is not lying, man. Shout out to Daylight, man. Marathon will continue. This is how you know this. He said he's in the classroom after all this shit happened. He trying to process, and he like, what the fuck? That's diabolical. You gotta relax. That's how you know Nip was a motherfucking supreme being. He was a supreme being. Yeah, I'm just keeping it a being. That's what the man's saying, bro. Like when shit like that happened, my fault. When shit like that happened, and this is in 7th grade, I remember from 4th grade, 5th grade, shit, I remember, yeah. So I know he ain't capping. Let's go.
I swear to God, when I looked back at the field, nobody was fighting no more. Absolutely nobody. Nobody. Nobody was fighting. Nobody. I'm talking about nobody. Everybody was just looking. The bell rung. Ding, ding, ding. Everybody went back to class. I was in classroom and what the fuck? At that moment, I knew this nigga was somebody else. So I start asking myself, who the fuck named their kid Ermias? What the fuck type of name is? Do you know it took us damn near 3 years to learn how to pronounce that nigga name? If you went to Markham with us, you would understand. Nobody knew how to say his name. Man, what's his name? Ermis? Man, we didn't even know how to pronounce his name. Oh God, man, tell Amius or famous Amos or whatever. Man, we did. Man, Amius, this is what we used to say, man. So I just used to call him Airbud. That was my nickname for him, Airbud, because he didn't miss. So the very next morning, Killer, you remember Killer and my line. Nobody knew how to say his name when we was coming up. Man, Ermis. That's what we used to say, Ermis. Oh God, tell Ermis to come play basketball. So bam, right? After the riot was over, all the shit was over, we get back to class the very next morning. Okay, guys, have a good day at school. Boom, boom, boom. So now, the very next day, I get back to the basketball court. It's him, Sam. I remember this shit like dog. I remember. I don't really smoke, drink, and shit like that. So like, I got a vivid memory. So it was him, Aramis. It was Aramis, Sam, J-Rock, which is Johnny. It was another dude named A-Mac. Short nigga named A-Mac. I remember he used to have a Tim Hardaway crossover. I haven't seen A-Mac since we was kids, so I'm blessed that he's still here in good health. I won't put positive energy in the world. Blessed that I can't remember his real name. But it was A-Mac and it was Dion. I haven't seen Dion since then, right? It was Dion. And it was weird because I was one of the only people from my side of Watts that used to go play basketball on that side. Like all our homies used to stay over there and play with that side. So I used to be like, if Nip going over there, well, I'm going over there to play too. So I used to always play with the Bloods. Oh, it was me and Johnny every day was play basketball. It was me, Johnny, and Nip. Sam used to always play, but I thought Sam and Nip was twins coming up. I never really knew Sam was older until Sam graduated before us. Right? Like Sam left early and I was like, oh shit, Sam is a grade older than us. Okay. Or he might have been 2. I'm not sure if he's 2 years older than I don't know, but Sam left before us. Right? Killer on God, I used to play basketball with the Bloods all day. So boom. Right? I'm gonna tell y'all another story. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all another. This shit is so wild. All right, so we playing basketball. I remember these stories so vivid. We playing basketball as me, Johnny, which is AKA J-Rock, me, Johnny, Dion, Nip, Sam, A-Mac, and it was probably I think Brian didn't come over there. Who else came over there? Somebody else came over there to watch. So out of nowhere, we look to the left. We see a bunch of niggas hopping the gate from the Hacienda Compton Avenue side. A bunch of niggas hopping the gate. Killer, I remember this shit like it was yesterday because I was scared for my life. We see a bunch.
Yo, this Remo's Reaction TV, man. This is part 1. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to end it right here. We don't want to be long-winded. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to come back with the part 2. Make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to Daylight. And rest in peace, Nip. Shout out to Black Sam and all money in. You know, the love and much love to the family and friends. But we're going to get up out of here. Part 2 coming soon, man. Got y'all.